What's up, everybody? So, I took a few days off from playing because I started getting really irritated with not learning something new. And I believe it's important to take some time off for a little bit. It kind of leaves room for growth. So that way, when you really start feeling irritated like that, and you come back to it a few days later, you actually realize how much you've progressed because your fingers start doing things and you pick up in a whole new chapter where you actually sound a little cleaner than you did the last times that you were playing because your mind starts picking up on these patterns. So I just wanted to take a moment to kind of share those thoughts, and I do realize that there is progression whenever you take a few days away from it. I wouldn't go too far out because you want to stay consistent as much as possible. So when you've played for a few days back to back and you're hitting a burnout, it's okay to have a reset and come back to it. But on another note, I want to try to get as much practice in the next few days because I'll be going to have surgery on my rotator cuff, which means I probably won't be able to play much for, I'm finally starting to progress, and that's kind of sad to me because I might not be able to play for 2 to 3 months almost, depending on how well my arm does. And I'm sure I'll be able to still find ways to play without having to move as much. It's just kind of scary, I guess, but it's important I get it done. I just got back from the foot doctor. Got my stitches taken out, so I'm feeling a little better. Kind of been under the weather with pain medication lately, and decided that I don't need that no more. I took it like I was supposed to, but sometimes it just makes you feel down and out. I feel a lot clear-headed lately, but that pain medication does help the first few days, or up to a week with the pain that you're dealing with. It's important that you try to wean yourself back off that stuff because you don't want to get addicted. But I'm just saying that because I don't. Addiction is just horrible, bro. It sucks, man. Like, if you can help it, take some Tylenol, take some ibuprofen, take whatever you can to kind of ease the pain. Don't resort to opiates and painkillers and things like that, or anything that's a heavy sedative medication. I would strongly suggest avoiding that. But I'm not trying to downgrade any of it. Most people don't really suffer from addiction, but I'm sure a lot of us can relate to that. So anyways, I just thought I'd share that with y'all. But yeah, that was a little off topic, but another thing is my pops, he had this one sitting back, and he's about to have open heart surgery, so he was like, man, you could take it and play it. And it's one of my favorite guitars that he's had. And I think he realizes how much playing is good for you, and how much it can keep you out of trouble, and it keeps you sane in so many different ways. It gives you something to build off of, whether it's finger strengthening or strengthening the mind. So it's pretty cool that he actually let me borrow this one for a little while, and pretty stoked on that. So I had been playing this one for a while growing up too, but it's his favorite guitar as well. So for him to finally let me play it means a lot, So plan on getting a lot better at this so I could show him how much I really do love this guitar. And just want to keep growing, man. Keep growing in this profession, and wouldn't even say a profession, this hobby, but it could be something someday. You never know. So I think the more that you apply yourself and stay dedicated to it, the better you get at it. So it's rough for the first couple of years because your mind can't seem to process how to move your fingers and all that, and it's like you're trying to work your mind and hearing it all at the same time, and it's like this and this has got to be coordinating back and forth, or else it just sounds like ridiculous. But in the beginning stages, those noises are going to get really irritating because you're practicing different things, scaling the neck, trying to learn how to do this. The pinky is one of the hardest parts, and there's something that I do want to toss out there real quick that helped me get better, because now I can actually get better at this. So you start off small. At first, you're gonna be wanting to learn how to do these first fingers, or like the first time I ever started playing, I was playing with one finger, and I would do like this. But now I realize like there were some things I had watched before, and I don't remember where I seen it at, but the guy he was like expressing, he was like, use all four fingers, stay in these frets, and like you want to stay on the 5th fret and work these 4 frets right here, and that'll help you crawl. So you learn how to crawl, and it's the most annoying thing in the world, but I do want to kind of like show you what I mean by that, and show you how exhausting that can get after a while. But now my fingers want to hop all around, like it's kind of hard to control it. But it's really hard to play in that one motion now. But that's what I did for a long time. And man, I would just get so staring off through the window just doing that. And but yeah, as I got better at that, I started finding different things to do. It's like maybe just start with these 2 fingers, or learn how to hop back and forth with just your pinky, slides and stuff. And then what you could do is do these 2 fingers, the ring finger and the pinky. So what you're doing is you're building muscle memory and strengthening that pinky finger, which is, you don't really use that finger a whole lot, but when it comes to guitar, you do. So I started doing that for a while, and then I started processing like this, take the pointer finger and the pinky finger and jump it as far as you can and figure out how to play like that. So just a couple of different things that can help. Again, I'm not perfect at this, and I'm not the greatest. I'm just showing some pointers that might help some younger kids out there that really want to learn this, or even an older person that has no idea where to start with it. I hope that someday that this reaches the right person that's really trying to figure out where to go with it, because dude, it is hard when you feel like you're alone trying to figure this out. So you might not have somebody to play with, you might not have the money to pay a teacher to help you, you might not have, any support with it. So y'all stay tuned. I'll keep finding ways to help as much as possible, even though I'm not the best singer. But stay blessed, everybody.